Hello guys, so Jerry speaking. Welcome to a very special edition of Bedtime Stories. Hang on. I want to break this surprises in the way. Episode number 797. And today, Rachel, a very special book that I have. It's special the fact that it's LJ PCBM's 19th anniversary special. So we're gonna read a special thing that I have not read in a long time, and I want to read it to you now to celebrate 19 years of LJ's Club, and it was written by and illustrated by me and my 5th grade class, and I'll read it to you now. It's called Luke's Big Day Out. So, and before we begin, I want to tell you some stories I want to tell you. In 5th grade, okay, during Miss Sut's class, okay, I have a school assignment from class saying we're going to write you a story, okay, about what we're going to write a story about. And I'm like, okay, we're going to have a homework assignment to write it down. And I figured, okay, let's just write it down and hang out to my mom and like, okay, it makes more sense anyway. And she's like, okay, let's write it all down. And the first assignment, the homework assignment is this book. So, and she thought, okay, this is a book I'm going to read to you now. So, let's do it. And we'll get to it anyway, write it all down and just roll in a notepad and just get anyway. And then we drew the illustrations, go to the book, and go from there. And it was poorly illustrated sometimes, but otherwise it was a good bacon to go all the way. So, otherwise, there are 4 good friends of mine, and one will get to bed in any moment now. 2 of them took care of me since elementary school, from 2nd grade to 5th grade. And let me tell you something. Anna Morales, if you watch this right now, you're getting a good treat right now. So, let's read Luke's Big Day Out right now. So, shall we? So, we got for us. It's written and illustrated by me, Luke Jeffers. And it's my Princess class at Georgetown Elementary School from 2005 to 2006. Here we go. Man, I don't want to do this. This is an illustrated one. Wow. I know about this before. Wow. Luke's Big Day Out by Luke Jeffers. I don't know what I just wrote cursive writing at the time. This is my handwriting. So this is what I've been doing here. So see here is what I was trying to do here. So here we go. Dedicated to my family and other things. I don't know what it was in the time. And I should write the filmmakers in the time with those club. So my family. So we should put that in the public domain. So and accordingly nationwide in Learned It Incorporated, and it's like from Kansas. I don't know if it still exists anymore. Let me see. I'll write it all down before we begin this reading. You know. Because I remember this very well. You know. Learning Incorporated. Wikipedia. It's still currently says Connection Academy, so no. I don't see that anywhere. Logopedia? Okay, what does this mean? This came out in... What year they got founded? Let me see. I don't want to read the address. That's a no-no. It's a leading-edge, quality-focused student publisher committed to motivating students to learn to read and write through advanced publishing. So this is a company. Let me check the website and see. This is what it looks like now. It's called Stewart Treasures Publishing. Ha! I never heard of it. So that's what it's called now. Okay, so let's read it now. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Luke, which is me. He wanted to go shopping with his family and friends. The babies was him, it was his mom, my dad, Chris Jeffers, who's watching this right now. His brother Morgan. If you watch this, Mo, it's for you, buddy. Anyways, his friends go on the big alley with Anna, watch Anna, and Miles, for you, my good friend. Quincy, Tanasia, if you watch Tanasia Harrison, it's for you. And Joshua Johnson. If you watch this, it's for you. They have a very busy and have fun day plan. They're going to Walmart, Toys R Us, and the Keller's Flea Market. Now, I remember Keller's Flea Market as a thing back then. I don't know what year it came out, but that's just me. Anyway, they're going to search for a free Rainbow video. You remember what it came out in the 80s? It was a PBS Story Nation back then. You know, I remember this as a kid, but, you know, unless it had to be on eBay, then that was it, you know. They're all excited, especially Luke. Luke's family and friends packing the car. And that is what it should have been, you know. Toys R Us, Keller's Flea Market, and should have been my name. So there you go. And we missed out Walmart at the time. So that's my draw at Walmart at the time. So that was illustration at the time, back in the good old days of Walmart. Before it was new back then. Nowadays. Anyway, next page. Anyways, this page number 1. Come on, next page. Come on, man. We're on the next page and see what happens. This is what Walmart looks like back then. The first topic would be Walmart. Now, I don't know about you, but when I see this, and I feel like it will be a massive, not slap in the face in a way, but it was a good book. Luke, Morgan, Mom, Dad, Anna, Quincy, Tanasia, and Joshua all step out of the very, very cramped car. If you watch this, it's for you. Very all held hands and made their way to the very big superstore. Now, I have no idea, because I remember these are if you go on the gift cards like eBay or Amazon, they're the only option. So Amazon was a thing back then until 1995, year I was born. Now, founded by Jeff Bezos, but that's just me. I don't know what Jeff was up to until 2012. But anyway, searching throughout the entertainment section, the boys and girls found many things. And unfortunately, there are things called VCR back in the day, at the time. But anyway, they had no problem finding kids' books and rock and roll CDs. Now, heavy metal was fame back then at the time. Heavy metal dudes. Anyway, there are also other kinds of televisions and VCRs. Now, there are things back then. There are no vinyls anymore back then, so there you go. They didn't find new movie releases and no movie releases at the time, so there you go. However, there's no Rainbow VHS, and now, I have not put a parentheses found at the time, videos to be found. Unfortunately, there was a VHS copy that I was going to find on eBay. That wasn't happening, so there you go. Next page. Anyways, how hours are looking up at the top and the bottom of the Walmart, the boys and girls packing the car headed up to Toys R Us. Now, Toys R Us back then, I remember one time that we used to go to Toys R Us. It was at Lab. This way before or after. I can't remember the exact after. My papa was hospitalized. He was very, very ill at the time, and I was purchasing a VHS tape related to Barney from the mid to 2000 at the time. This is in 2006. I purchased Musical Scrapbook at the time. And when I got it, I was like, what's on the tape? It was Musical Scrapbook stuff, and it's like 15 years of Barney, blah, 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 and all that good stuff. And then all of a sudden, there was a huge video from 97. And what it is, folks, I'm going to go back to the read in a moment, but with this, folks, is after the home video for 97 musical scrapbook, there was none but a video called Upon Me with Goodbyes Best Manners, Your Invitation for Fun, and so much more, you know. And then months later, when my papa passed away at the age of 81, to be honest, I attended his funeral service. And so much, but this is where Elgin began to me. But anyway, moving on. Oh man, they walk the colorful store filled with every toy a boy and girl can imagine. This is a fame back then. Now, if you watch remix, choice was for you. But anyway, there were balls and balls. Okay, not talking about these things, the adult things back then. But anyway, there are bouncy balls. If you're wondering, but anyway, there were jacks and board games. That makes more sense. Anyway, there are Spice dolls and trains and bikes and Tickle Me Elmos. Now, Tickle Me Elmos was a fame back then. And something like this, you miss out. I would miss out on Tickle Me Elmo. It came out in '96. You know, I remember Tickle Me Elmos was a fame back then. I had it on VH as a doll back then. I had it on somewhere in the house somewhere. So, I don't know where it's at. I got the person on eBay less than the fame, but it gives you seizures. But anyway, even DVDs and videos. But there were, when we were on the Rainbow videos, the boys and girls probably asked, toy entertainment, but the news it got was not good. Wow. No Rainbow videos, she said. They just sighed and headed to the door. Now, Rainbow, I grew up with, and it was from the 80s, you know. And I wanted to search for it and search for it and search for it. But there's nothing there at the time. Grew up with Rainbow since probably around when I was 4 or 5 on PBS. But, you know, that's just me. Next page. Anyways, it was so dark at Kellersburg. And, you know, they're not closed the weekends around 6 or 7 p.m., to be honest. But this here was super dark at the time, but nothing happened here in this book. But anyway, everyone packed in a very cramped car, and up they went. Next stop, the Keller Flea Market. But anyway, and the gang arrived with the pat their car. They walk through the dusty park lot, and once inside, the boys and girls can see what they see in the miles of boobs. Now, this was years ago. I remember these VHSs back then. They haven't got a single VHS tape anymore. But anyway, there are boobs there with selling plants and pots. I had a pot right there, if you're wondering. There's a paint pot. But anyway, there were boobs selling rugs and handbags. Good enough. Some boobs have knives. Oh my god, here we go. And tools for sale. You watched God rest his soul, my stepdad. Yeah, he was born on Independence Day of 1956, but due to his illness that happened a couple years ago in 2023 of October, I felt like, yeah, I'm really gonna miss him a lot, especially all of us in LGBT. But anyway, but there cannot find any booths with Rainbow videos anywhere on shelves. Now, follow family and friends decided a well-deserved break from hot dog lunch. And that's what it should have done. If you watch this, Anna, Tanisha, Quincy, Joshua, Mo, Dad, Chris, and my mom, it's for you guys, because this book should be dedicated to you guys, especially, especially Taylor, and this book is just dedicated to the memory of my stepdad. God rest his soul, but, you know, especially Robin and Jim, respectively, but, you know, and so much more. Dayball, Bob Ray, and Fox. But anyway, this is the next page we got. As Luke was eating his hot dog, he spotted a sign that read all rare videos. That is a rare video we ever got. Now, let's see what happens. Luke was so excited, but he could not talk with his mouth full. I'm forced to say this, it is so messed up at the moment. So he waited for everyone to finish and just shot all rare videos. That makes more sense anyway. Now, years ago, folks, I remember this very well. My dad, Chris, purchased a on this Rainbow tape on eBay. That was back then. But now we got an eBay copy, and I don't know what it is at the time, but that's just me, of course. But anyway, Luke and his family and friends jumping them to made their way in the video booth. Luke just picked up one video that he got in his friends. We're finally ready to go home. Luke had found a Rainbow video. And that is where it should be. Now, years ago, I remember this too. There was a store called Media Play. That was no longer there in 2006. So it was 1992, and boy, the last year's Media Play, I remember it very well. And we had to pay 2 tapes at a time, per weekend. I purchased it for a weekend each, and that was it. But soon after this, I got it all stacked up, and we gotta get ready to go home. So it was bunched up with multiple tapes each day. So it was all good, but that's just me, of course. What you need to do is anyway. So anyway, that's the last page of the book, and then somehow it just said a note, and this is what happened in this. And see, here is Rainbow from probably around the 1980s, the VHS copy. That was the better spread, and that was unfortunate for the 1980s tape, and then the fundings from the mid-80s. So that was Luke's Big Day Out. I thought it should be deserved to be released to the public worldwide, but so far this book was a successful book to read, and I thought it'd be best to show it to the audience worldwide. But it was a great book nonetheless. No doubt about it. So it would be great to celebrate 19 years of LJP CBM. No doubt about it. And that episode of Bedtime Stories, episode number 797 to be celebrated, 19th anniversary. Hope you enjoy it. There's going to be another Bedtime Stories, episode 798, which will be about a local blog, about LeBron James. Now, excuse me, I got to add a bunch of videos, few videos to get ready to be finished on YouTube. But after this, I got to post some things on social media. And then after this, I really need to get some sleep. Because after this is over, I really need to get ready to make a weekend celebration episode. I wasn't doing it yesterday. We can make it today for celebrating the 19th anniversary. But I figured, nah, I'll wait till tomorrow. But, life changes anyway. Till next time, so just my baby, moving out. See ya.